High student Kelly Taylor, our first guest, kept audiences glued to their TVs for an inside look at the lives of teens in Beverly Hills 90210. 20 years later, she's sharing her journey from Midwestern farm girl to Hollywood mom in her new memoir, Deep Thoughts from a Hollywood Blonde. Please welcome Jennie Garth.
So earlier,
the token blonde at the table.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I got some blonde in the back.
Now, you probably heard us talking earlier about how J-Lo was asked if she would save one of her exes from drowning, Ben Affleck or P. Diddy.
Yeah.
She said she'd let them drown.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Well, that first of all is Jenny from the block. She can say whatever she wants, as far as I'm concerned. I love her. And cheers for being honest. No, I love it. I love it. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Do you know what? I was thinking about, my gosh, you moved to LA when you were, what, 16?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you know, you go overnight, literally almost within the year, you went to this huge blockbuster show, 90210.
Yeah.
And instant success. And we've been talking about teenagers. How did that affect you? To all of a sudden have this massive success.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was before the whole, TMZ craze and this whole social media weirdness that's now our world. But we were lucky for that, first of all. But I came from the Midwest, and I have a very strong family background, and I have a head on my shoulders that's a little different, I think. I'm just wired a little bit differently.
Yeah. We like it.
Probably kept you grounded.
Keep me grounded. I have to have my feet on the ground, or I just don't know what I'm doing.
The 10 seasons that Beverly Hills 90210 was on, the tabloids love to print stories about drama on the set. And one of the big stories was they were reporting you and your TV BFF, Shannon Doherty, got into a fist fight. Mm-hmm. What happened that day on the set?
It makes you giggle. She likes this stuff.
She likes drama.
I talk about it in my book because it is like a legendary thing. There were times when we loved each other, like, sisterly love, and then there were times when we hated each other, and there was a time when we almost came to blows, but we did not,
what happened? She was provoking you, you were doing your lines?
There wasn't, we all provoked each other. We were like living in this cave, 14, 16 hours a day, literally could not leave. And we were teenagers, and we were hormonal, and we were growing up, and we were literally trapped there.
Wasn't she like slapping your leg, trying to get you to mess your lines
How
up?
I wrote it in the book was like, they're slapping at each other, my butt came out and showed to everyone, and that's horrifying.
Girls don't do those things, do they?
Very sisterly, like I said, very sisterly.
Well, okay, if you guys couldn't get along, but back in the day, there were some crushes. I think every girl either had a crush on Luke Perry, Jason Priestley, the dude that just came out with the shark and Ian Ziering, well, my crush was Brian Austin Green. That was so. Over 20 years later, who do you think has really gotten better with age?
Oh, put me on the spot. They all look good. I mean, I wouldn't turn any one of them down, but.
Good answer,
Ian looked really good when he was in Chippendales.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Look at that.
It's pretty amazing, yeah. In your new book, Deep Thoughts from a Hollywood Blonde, which is a great title, I think, you share your life story with all of its ups and downs, and particularly how to get through the downs. So what's the biggest message you want your fans to take from that book?
It's, I'm not, a therapist or someone that gives advice. I just talk about my journey and sort of all the things that got me to where I am today. And I talk about how I looked at my life and sort of saw patterns and saw how I was dealing with things. And I noticed some things. And I think it would be a great idea. I was thinking backstage for everybody at some point in your life to sit down and write a book, even if it's not going to be published, and look at your life and see like what's going on and how is that repeating and what am I doing to cope with all the things that I've been through, and take a look at things.
And you also have a new photo exhibit that's dealing with the same topics. Was it different to deal with different losses in photographs than it is to deal with it in writing?
It's interesting because at the same time I was writing the book, I was doing a lot of photography work, and my photography exhibit is called Awake, and I kind of feel like at this point in my life I'm sort of having this awakening, and so that's kind of my focus right now.
That's Congratulations. Jennie Garth, everybody. Deep Thoughts from a Hollywood Blonde is in stores now, and everyone in our studio audience is going home with a copy of it.